here in Denmark on the invitation of Kastelein to talk about the future of television and draw parallels between the print industry, the music industry, and the television industry in terms of how they're being affected by the internet and social media. I think one of the great challenges from publishing companies is technology itself allowing people to publish books themselves. The ability to create content is in the hands of everyone now, and that power that the publishers once held is being hacked away at. That is probably one of the most difficult challenges that publishers face. I've published 2 books on demand, so I've actually gone through Lulu, I've used InDesign, I've created books for 2 different writers, published them myself, put them on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and they sold. And I hadn't, it was free. It didn't cost me any money, but of course my time, that was all it took. I mean, the concept that I can put a book out there and put it out into a market and push it through, my online channels or other online channels and have people buy that book, and when they buy the book, it gets printed. So it's on demand. I don't have to print 5,000 or 10,000 books, there's no risk involved, there's no cost involved. That whole model is very much a threat. Interestingly enough, the publishing industry has to look at other ways to make money, and they need to look at, okay, what happened in the music industry? It's also similar there. You have music artists who are now having these direct fan relationships. Why did they need Ticketmaster or a company like Live Nation to sell tickets for them when, I don't know, Rihanna's got 70 million followers. She just needs to go on Facebook and say, hey, I'm having a concert, buy tickets for me. And these direct-to-fan relationships are the potential for those are a great threat. So what's the answer to that? I think that there's still room in the market left for live. And I had a really interesting question during the presentation about, well, what would happen if book writers, they started monetizing the live aspect? So actually the tours, or the chance for the readers to engage with the writers in real life, or even pre-process of a book or after a book, well, that has value in itself, a different kind of value that in the past the publishing company used to pay for and fund to put them on book signing tours, but maybe that's a way they can make money now. And maybe not make enough money in the beginning to pay for giving the books away for free, but certainly that can be a new revenue source. So they have to expand beyond the idea of like, we're just going to print books and get them in the right part of the bookstore and they'll sell. That's you can't do that on Amazon. And they're going to have to look at at getting creative. There's a lot of companies that are going towards video. There's a lot. Not only Amazon. Red Bull is producing original content. Red Bull, at the main television production show in Cannes, they're selling over 1,000 episodes of their own content. They're a brand. I call them a media company that sells drinks. Finding their niche and providing audio-visual element towards what they're publishing, and it's important that publishing companies do that. I think it's important to have events like Schilling is doing for the publishing industry in Denmark. People from the outside come in, not only from other publishing industries outside of Denmark, but also people in other industries, to share their experiences or with the publishers in Denmark. To try and give them maybe some insight into opportunities, not just threats. It's easy to say the sky is falling, but within disruption there's always opportunity.